Hey, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is, good evening in your part of the world where you're watching this. Ron Harris here, MD Online Editor. We're all dealing with the coronavirus shutdown of businesses. A lot of people are out of work right now. A lot of us are basically home all the damn time. The only place I go is the gym. My gym is closed at least until April 1st. Hopefully it opens up back then, but who knows, guys? Who knows what's going to happen? So, everyone is avoiding crowds. Restaurants are shut down. All sporting events are shut down. All entertainment, concerts, clubs, everything is shut down. Yet in Florida right now, it is college spring break here in the USA. And there are still many, looks to be hundreds of thousands of kids, age range of 18 to 22, partying their asses off. And if you look at the pictures and the videos, there are throngs of them. They're jam-packed together, dancing, I'm sure sharing cups and bottles and kissing strange people. Yeah, home gym is heaven. Exchanging bodily fluids, probably raw dogging it. Basically, what's going on is these college kids down there in Florida are spreading the coronavirus to each other like freaking wildfire, okay? I guarantee you, tons of these kids are going to bring that virus back to their families. They're not worried because mostly young people are not getting sick and dying. Young people, if they get the coronavirus, odds are you probably get the flu, bad cold flu. You'll be sick for a couple weeks. If you're not so lucky, you'll have more severe respiratory issues. But most younger people are probably going to get through an infection with the coronavirus okay. But the problem is the meantime is they're going to be spreading that virus, at least, until they even get symptoms, which there's a 2-week incubation period. So these kids are all going to go back to their families, grandma, grandpa, all kinds of people it's not just the elderly. It's a lot of, yeah, kids are okay with corona, but they're spreading it to people who are not. That's the problem. Anybody with weakened immune systems, lupus, there's a ton of autoimmune diseases with people that have very, very low immune function, and they're susceptible to everything. They're going to catch this coronavirus from a lot of these kids, and they're going to be in bad shape, and a lot of them are going to die. So these kids, they're partying, they're getting drunk, they're getting high, they're having great casual sex. They're having the time of their lives, but they're going to be killing people. Schools are shut down. Blue Camaro. Schools are shut down. Schools are shut down everywhere, as far as I know. I don't know of any schools that are still open at this point. I could be wrong. People like to say, well, my gym is still open, my kids, but then the next day they say, oh crap, my gym did shut down. Most places that with more than 25 people are shut down right now. They don't want that many people together. The only things that are really still open are supermarkets, and I'm sure everyone's paranoid because we're supposed to be having this social distancing of 6 feet away. And in a crowded supermarket, you can't really do that, can you? I'm sure people are doing the best they can and sanitizing and washing their hands and everything, but they have no choice. They have to go out and buy food to feed themselves and their families. England, gym's not closed here. Yeah. Yeah, Saloy Big P. That's great. The gyms are open. I wish my gym was open, but I see this. How is it possible those event venues are still open? No, there's no event venues there's no concerts and stuff going on right now that I know of. Random places. Yeah, that's the thing is most beaches are shut down, but the picture I used in the thumbnail, that was taken yesterday at Clearwater Beach in Florida. South Beach, Miami is shut down. Most places have shut down, but there are some beaches still open down there, and these kids they're gathering their social media. They can find out in 3 seconds which beach is still open and drive over there, and that's where the party's at. And yeah, they're going to be bringing that virus home. After they're done partying and drinking and puking and having all kinds of random unprotected sex. Hopefully it's not unprotected. Hopefully they're using condoms, guys. Come on. But they're going to bring this virus home to elderly people, elderly relatives in their homes or in their communities. They're going to be bringing this virus and spreading it. And they're defeating the whole purpose of this self-quarantining and social distancing that most of us are being responsible enough to practice. It's killing a lot of people they're hurting financially. It's going to get much worse. They can't go to work. Their places of work are shut down because of this. The government has mandated a lot of places of made their own decision before the government told them to do it. But a lot of people are out of work right now. They wish they could work. They're losing money. They're going to file for unemployment or something. And there's a lot of talk about the government getting out some emergency benefits. But these people have bills to pay. They're staying home either because their employer felt it was the right thing or because the government said, in their particular state, said all these businesses need to close down until further notice. Europe, M. Maxwell, police allow no groups outdoors. Good. Yeah, they'll be fined €3,000. Yeah, I don't know how the local government down in Florida has not put an end to this. I mean, it's a virus factory going on before our eyes. It's insane that this is being allowed to happen. And, I understand when you're a kid. I was 18, 19, 20, 21. You're invincible. You're Superman. You're Superwoman. You're immortal. You're never going to die. Austria gyms are closed. Yeah. I'm going to film a little home workout later here that I'm doing with very limited equipment because you've only seen about 3 billion home workout videos. I need to give you one more. But it's what I'm going to do, and I'll be making it up as I go along, basically. Spring break madness, Jen. What do you mean by that exactly? Jen Widmark, Jerese Widmark is texting me. Spring break madness. Is that the title? I already gave this a title. I call it spring break a-holes. Yeah, Max, so I'm going to do a back and biceps today. I'll do shoulders another day. Triceps. Maybe I should save arms for a whole day. I don't know. I'm actually trying to figure out what I can do. I have stuff here, and I have a vague idea of what I'm going to do, but I'll be kind of making it up on the fly because I think it's more fun that way. So yeah, this is more of a rant video than anything else because I'm so upset at these kids, and I understand. I don't have a home gym, Tommy. I have a couple kettlebells, a couple dumbbells, a chin-up bar, a stationary bike, and a resistance band, and that's it. That's all I got. So if I had an elaborate home gym, if anyone has an elaborate home gym, you're not missing anything. You're in good shape. But a lot of people just have a couple pair of dumbbells, maybe a resistance band. Most people have very limited equipment. Because I always, like everyone else, I take it for granted that, well, I'm always going to go to the gym. I mean, my gym is 25 minutes away. If I really had to, there's much closer gyms here in my town that I could go to for the day and use. There's a Planet Fitness like 2 minutes away from me. Yeah, these people need Billy Goff. They do need to be quarantined. Saliva and sperm cells. That's what I'm saying is these kids, not only are they very closely packed together, which in and of itself is horrible, but they're drunk and they're high and who knows what other drugs. They're making out. They're all kissing. They're all sharing cups, bottles, cans, passing around, passing joints around, passing cigarettes around. Sorry. Then going back to the hotel room, I assume, or wherever they're having sex. There's just a lot of contagion going down there. It's insane that this is being allowed to happen. I hope the Florida authorities today, at the very latest, will clamp down and say, "Sorry, kids, you guys can't do this. I know you flew here, drove here from wherever else in the country to party, and this is a big spring tradition. Has been in the U.S. for many, many years. Yeah, martial law. I hope it doesn't come down to martial law. Martial law is when nobody can leave their house or else you get arrested." And they would have National Guard in the streets, soldiers, maybe tanks rolling through the streets, who knows, Humvees, enforcing it, making sure people stay in their homes. That's a very real possibility. It sounds crazy, but who would have thought gyms would close, banks would close, there'd be no NBA, Major League Baseball is being postponed. Yeah, Tommy, I never went to spring break either. I had a sheltered life, I guess, in college. I never went to spring break. I tried to go to spring break my freshman year when I went to UCSB. For some reason, I thought Palm Springs had spring break going on. I was wrong. I drove out there for nothing. Dumbass. Army vehicles all over the streets in England? Yeah. I mean, I keep hearing rumors. There's nothing. I remember how crazy I was. Yeah, I mean, like I said, when you're that age, you're invincible. You don't think anything bad is ever going to happen to you. It's going to happen to somebody else. You're never going to get sick. You're certainly never going to die. That's crazy. You're never going to get old. You're never going to die. That's the mentality of the youth. Italy, wow. Yeah, it's easy to blame the authorities, but it's easy to blame anybody in hindsight. But Jen says, hey. Um, I don't know. I really hope, it's been national news that people are outraged to see this spring break partying still going on. It's crazy that it's still happening. Good morning, Jen. It's still morning? Yeah, for another 10 minutes. Daytona. Yeah. We'll see, back in the 90s, spring break, I mean, the worst thing you could catch then was, STDs, herpes, God forbid, AIDS, gonorrhea, chlamydia, genital warts. What's the other stuff? Anyway, but, you weren't going to bring that home and kill grandma with your friggin' gonorrhea, right? But you could, as a college kid now, bring home the coronavirus to your entire family. God forbid you got someone in their home with some kind of immunosuppressive condition due to diabetes, a heart condition, medication they're on. You have the STD list. I don't even know all the STDs that are around now. There's probably some new ones just in the last few years. They're going to bring it home to these to the elderly, to these people that are in much, much greater danger than they are of dying if they contract the virus, and they're going to spread the virus. Sure enough, to a lot of these people that will die. Not only that, they're going to spread the virus to their families who are doing the right thing and staying indoors and staying away from crowds, like we're all supposed to do right now. And they're going to pass it on to all those people. I mean, it's a mathematical thing. That's why this is scary. For every say there's 200,000 kids down there. It's probably more partying in spring break. Let's just say there's 250,000. So they bring it home. Let's say each one of them has an average of 4 people in their household. Okay, right there's 1 million people infected right there because of them. And if those people infect more people, and so on and so on and so on, wow, it's scary because, we're trying to contain this. That's why people are staying indoors. That's why everything's shut down, is we're trying to stop the spread. And here, right in our faces, these kids are spreading it amongst each other. They just don't care. It's all that matters to them is partying. And, like I said, I get it. I get it. I was young, long time ago, but I get it, but I can't approve of it. And if they're not going to stop themselves, Big Brother, the cops, the feds, somebody needs to come and clamp down and say, off the beach, you kids, you all need to go home, back to Ohio, Nebraska, California, New Jersey, Vermont, wherever you came from. Go home, stay indoors, wash your hands, don't breathe on anybody, get tested. Yeah, Jen says some of these videos are shocking. They're just thumbing their noses. Yeah, it's like people are like partying their asses off on the night before there's like a big war or something. They're just sort of expressing that they're going to live their lives no matter what. And, it's a real devil may care, carefree attitude, which is okay under normal circumstances. They're not hurting anybody, but these kids, they are going to hurt a lot of people. They're going to kill a lot of people. I know what that sounds. That sounds like, come on, Ron. They're not going to kill. They are going to kill a lot of people. They're going to kill a lot of people. There's no doubt. That is a fact. They're going to bring this virus back home to wherever they came from, because most of them, their campuses are shut down. Like my son goes to YOLO. Yeah, YOLO. My son goes to UMass Amherst, huge school. It's got like 100,000 kids that go there. They shut down the campus except for a few kids with certain majors that have to be there until September. So these kids, most of them, they're not going back to college with a bunch of young people. They're going back home. Bars and restaurants are shut down. Maybe they'll get bored and see if the liquor stores are still open. It won't matter because they'll just bring the party with them. And whether alcohol's allowed on the beach or not, they don't care. They're going to drink. They're going to smoke weed. They don't care. These are kids. They don't care. I mean, did you care when you were that age? Did I care? We thumbed our noses at authority. We were kings and queens of the world, and we were going to live forever. Man, it was, they say youth is wasted on the young, and man, isn't that true? Because you're not mentally mature yet. You don't have any long range vision of the future. It's live for the moment. It's YOLO. You only live once. And, most of the time they're not hurting anyone but themselves. They're not putting anyone at risk except themselves, except maybe sexual partners. If they're spreading diseases and stuff, they're putting those people at risk. But here is a case where we have a lot of young people who are flaunting the advice of the authorities, of the CDC, of the World Health Organization. Yeah, and so I'm just hoping Florida authorities get these kids off the beach, send them home now before this gets any worse. It's already, I'm sure a lot of damage has already been done. I'm sure that virus has been passed around like freaking. It's scary to think about. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. That was enough. Just my little rant because I am disgusted that this was even allowed to happen. I can't believe the police, as soon as they saw these crowds gathering, didn't disperse them. I mean, send in the friggin' riot police if you have to. I know these are just kids. These are just young boys and girls who want to have a good time. But unfortunately, kids, I'm sorry. This is not the time or the place. This is a very, very unique situation the world is facing. We're all under a very serious threat. Um, the economy is getting the crap kicked out of it right now. This is probably this is the most serious worldwide event of my lifetime, and I'm 50 years old. So that's it. My rant is over. I hope Florida authorities break this spring break partying up right now. It needs to stop. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. Do your thing. Stay home if you can, obviously. Be well. Bye-bye.